Hello and welcome to February Class in a Box. I'm Danny and this is Danny Design Studio, and this month we're going to be making this lovely gift bag and a matching card and an additional card, and also we're making the gift tag as well. So this can be doubled up as a Mother's Day gift, which is quite nice, but it's also handy to just have these set aside for any occasion really. I often keep these bags and pop the card in with the envelope, and then they're good to go when you need to give something to somebody in a hurry, and you haven't got a gift bag. So the measurements are 5 centimeters by 20 centimeters by I think 20.5 centimeters. So it's quite a good size bag inside. So we're going to start off with making the bag and the matching card, and then we'll make the additional card. So if you've ordered Class in a Box, you will get your papers, your bag actually all cut up for you, because this 12 by 12 piece couldn't fit in the box, my A4 box. I've actually scored it for you. They will all be different, but all will be matching. So they're beautiful papers. They're what are they called? Europeach or something like that. But beautiful papers. Excuse me. You'll get in one part of your box, you will get this all together: a white card, clips of coral. You'll then get crumb cake. You'll get this 6 by 6 inch, and you'll be fussy cutting some of these gorgeous flowers. And I know that may not be that great if you don't like fussy cutting, but they actually are really effective with a little gem in the middle. And as you can see, I've actually put it inside the card as well on the insert, and it looks really pretty. So that's what that is for. You've got your linen thread, you've got your gift tag that you're going to decorate, you've got these two lovely little and the crumb cake sentiment pieces that we're going to stamp onto. So let's start off with the gift bag. So you get 2 pieces, and I've chosen a directional paper. You may not get a directional paper, but I've particularly chosen it just because if anybody does have it, then they'll know what to do. And also I'm going to start from scratch, because we've all got DSP in our cupboards that we could get rid of, and I think this makes good use of DSP. So I've already done that one for you, but so you get both your pieces will be exactly the same, but I'm just going to show you one. So if you've got a directional pattern, you need your pattern vertical, and then you cut off a 4 centimeter strip. So that these 2 strips, because you'll have two of these are your handles. Okay, so pop those aside. So then with your piece of DSP with the widest part at the top, you will then be scoring. So scoring at, take my cutting bar out of the way, and then 5 centimeters. You take it out, turn it around, and then turn it 180 degrees, and then 5 centimeters this side. All will become clear. Then you are going to, I sort of sometimes just fold that a bit, just so that I know what I'm doing, where I am, because it just gets a bit muddly sometimes. So then you've got your narrow part at the top. We're going to do the scoring on this side. So 5 centimeters, and then at 25 centimetres. Okay, so you will do this twice. I'm just quickly doing that because sometimes I just cannot see. Right, let's get this out of the way. So you'll do that on exactly the same to the other piece. Now the next thing is to just burnish. Now with the widest part at the top, we took ours out, didn't we? And then we turned it the other way. So I have scored that this side. So when you score on the paper, you'll be folding the opposite way. I folded this bit on that side, so I'm folding away. And then open it up again, folded it, scored it on that side, and I've got a little tab here. So you'll end up with a piece. This is your top bit that will be this bit, so overlapping your bag, so it gives you a little sort of decorative piece. So you've got a little tab on this side, that 1.5 centimetre tab. This is your joining bit. So you've got two little rectangles here and here on this side. Now we want to mitre it. So it's just a joining bit. So we just need to cut at an angle and then cut along the score line because we don't need that bit. Same on this side. And that's all we do. So with the bit at the top, that's your top and this is your bottom. So you then cut up this score line and that's it. So I've done exactly the same to this side. So I've got two pieces that look like this. So let's get some of this out of the way. So then I want to join it together. So this little tab here is where I'm going to join. So I'm going to put my tear and tape. You can use wet glue, use a strong glue. If you have Seal Plus, I would recommend that. Not just the seal. The seal is probably not strong enough. So, and I would put it to this edge rather than that edge, the tape, because that is where you're going to basically join it. If you put it there, you'll get a gape here. So you need to put it right up against that score line. And just get my picky tool and take that off. Obviously you're making sure that your pattern is both the same, both in the same direction. So you then, what I tend to do is make these two score lines join together. Just do a little bit at a time, don't do all of it when you've got this tape. And then slowly take your time over it. You don't want to rush. So this is slightly out, but it doesn't matter as much as the top. Hopefully that's not too bad at the top. So again, on the other side you want to do. So we're going to basically come over like that, put this tab in, and then you're going to join that up like that. So again, same on the other side. Fold the tab in, make sure it's this edge right up to this edge. If you weren't confident with this, I would just use the wet glue. Don't know where my take your pick tool's gone. Use my scissors. Right, so again, just take your time over it, making sure that that score line is similar to that, and the edges come up as well to each other. And there we go. Just flatten it out. Okay, so then what I should have done, we can fold these over. So then I've used wet glue on this side. And then just fold that over. And the same that side. Use your bone folder. There we go. So then it's coming together. I want to just crease that down again, and that's down, because obviously this, you've added another layer, and so it's going to be tricky, and you want your box to look good at the top bit. So then you just bring these in and those in. Now that is my join, so I would like that flap to come so that that is my front. So just going to pop some glue on here. And then glue on here. Now in my paper tutorial, I have given you the measurements for a piece of Whisper White to go slot inside, not Whisper White, Basic White it's called now, of card to just strengthen inside. Because this is a bag you wouldn't use probably really heavy stuff in it, but just to give some extra strengthening, you could put a piece of card in there, and then that will be just a bit of strengthening for you. Then you've got your three, because I did another one. So you've got your two little handles. Now depending on which side you want, do you want that side or do you want this side? I want it to match the top. So that is my outer layer that's going to go like this. So with the DSP on the right side that you want facing outwards, you need to put your glue. So I'm going to use this again on both sides, but I'll only take off one side. So then this is a little bit of, there's no rhyme or reason to this. If you get your bag flat and then you get the side with the glue on, and then you sort of, I've got little dots to allow, and I can count the dots in, but whatever you've got, you use your own method. You could put it on, if you've got grid paper, you could put it on your grid paper and measure how many squares and that sort of thing, or you could just do it, eyeball it and just do it. So I'm going to do it sort of there, pop it down, and then the next thing is to fold it, not fold it, sort of turn it over, and then you're going to tuck this under, and that's going to go there. So before I do that, I'm just going to remove this. If I removed this before, I would stick it somewhere, I'm sure, and not in the right place. So that's why I don't remove it until I'm ready. So then I'm just gonna sort of eyeball it again, and it's going to be sort of similar distance either side. It doesn't really matter that it's maybe a bit out. I'm just going to fold it back a little bit and do exactly the same to the other side. It's a lovely sunny day today, and I've had to close my door, and I tried to have my window open, but everything was blowing everywhere, and the door was opening, and I couldn't cope with it. So now I'm getting really hot. Right, again, so put your bag where you would, you know, can position your bag. So if you can see, I'm looking at the top one as well and using that as my guide. And I've got these dots as a guide as well. So then taking my second lot off, sticky, sort of turn it towards that side and tuck it under like that. So again, using the top handle as my guide, and stick it down and just go for it, and that's your handles. If you can see, now we're going to make the little gift tag. So pop it on that side. So in your little stash you have got a little gift tag, and with your 6 by 12 piece, I'm going to cut that down to 5. I'm just going to cut a little piece, 5 by 7. 5 by 7, and that I want to use the dotted side. Just want to decorate it and stick that on. You could use that side, whatever you fancy really, but I just fancied having the dotty side. Then stick that on, and then you're going to make our little gift tag. So just building up our gift tag decoratively, and so that's that. And then with, we look at the original gift tag, we've got this lovely little sentiment layer that we're going to pop on. So I'm just going to get my stamp pads, Sweet as a Peach, and I'm going to, yeah, Sweet as a Peach I've got here. So I'm going to use the green, the Pear Pizzazz actually, for this as a contrasting, because I think it's too much to have Calypso Coral, too peachy. So I'm just going to pop it to one side a little bit, because my flowers are going to go on that side. So then I need some dimensionals. to make it pop a little bit. And don't forget you've got your ribbon at the top here, and if you've got enough you could make a little bow at the top. So you've got these, you would fussy cut round with your scissors, and I think I've already done a couple already. So what I would do is put it in my hand with something round, just going to give it a little bit of dimension again, and then glue it on. You could put glue dots on if you want. And I think it's just quite pretty, really. I love this paper. It's one of my favourite papers, and I've been dying to use it for something. And what is really cute is in your second cellophane packet you've got some little gems. Aren't they gorgeous? So you can use view to put those in the centre, and it just finishes it off really nicely. Put that aside for later. So then the last bit is in your cellophane packet, in your other bag, in your box, you've got a bit of thread, but ribbon, but the ribbon needs to also be made for the second card, so be mindful of that. So I'm just going to take a little bit out, because all I want to do is put it round here and around there, and I think that should be enough. It's a bit of guesswork. So you would double it, then pop that through the hole, and then thread that through that loop, tighten it, and then add it to your bag. You could just pop a knot in here. Like so, and that is your first little bag done. So that is that one. Now we move on to the matching card. So that's my matching card. If you've got the blue papers, the other bit in your cellophane will be your matching card. But you've got this crumb cake that you can just, it's landscape style. So that is your base, and then bring your trim back in, and your card will be 9.5. To do this side first. 13.9 by 9.5. So that's my card base, and then take the rest of the DSP that I've got. I can either use that side or that side, and it's going to go onto here. And I think I'd like to use this side, making sure my peaches are up the right way. So 13.4 will be, make sure my peaches, it's a landscape, so I need to have 9 as my measurement with the peaches in a vertical direction, and then 13.4 So that is going to give me my 1/2 centimetre border. So first of all, I'm going to just glue that on. Then I've got these two, and I've got my linen thread. So my linen thread I'm going to put down first. So I'm going to have a little bit left, I would say, how much? Say 19 centimetres. Pop it there, take it round and around again, and then I want it to one side, so I'm going to put a knot to one side, and then do a bow. Now if you feel that's not tight enough, what we can do is we can put a little piece of tear and tape at the back to tighten it, but you can arrange it as you wish. So adjust it now, so bring it down. I just want it down a little bit. I want these slightly apart, and then my bow a bit smaller, so that is going to go there, and then when I'm happy with it, I'll just cut that. Now then I want to put that like that, so that is on dimensionals, but this isn't, so I'm going to actually do my stamping on here first. So again, I've got happy birthday, or I could do have a peachy day. Let's go for that one. Have a peachy day. Where is that? There we go. Found it. So what colour should I have? I think I'll go for the green again. So it's too much peach. So pop that to one side. And then you need to put that flat against there. Now on the original, it's a different paper, I know, just ignore that bit, but I've got a long sort of piece of the flowers, something like that I want to put to that side. So I'm going to just put some glue on here, pop it on, and then raise it up with dimensionals. Let me know what you think of this paper if you haven't got it, because I just think it's just so lovely. I've got, well, I had to buy quite a lot for the class, so, and then I had some myself. So then you pop that down like that, and then this sort of goes at an angle there. So then I'm not going to glue all of it. I know it's the only middle part that I need to be glued, so just going to pop it to one side like that. and then these gorgeous little gems will finish it off just perfectly. And then, oh, that's it. I thought I had 3 then. So then your inside, once you've mounted it on, mount it onto the front. You could put a little gem there, which I think I will. Make use of the gems. And then you've got your spare piece of white, basic white. So this will be 10 centimeters by 14.4, standard sort of measurement that is always in my head, always ½ centimetre border. Now, with having a peachy day, I don't know whether that's for a birthday or anything, I don't know yet. So what I would do is leave that blank, and I would put some flowers in that I've cut out, and then keep it ready when I need a card for somebody. Then I have it, somebody appropriate. So yeah, I mean, a couple of these in here, just like I've done in there, just finishes it off quite nicely. So that's my matching card. Now the next one is the blue, and as I said, this would, if you've got the blue papers, this one would match your bag. So you have then got another cellophane of card, landscape style, balmy blue. You've got this gorgeous DSP, and you've got a couple of pieces for your sentiment. So you've got also in the other pack, you had some Calypso coral. So I would have the same measurements, 9.5 by 13.9. And then this is ½ centimetre smaller. So making sure that this is upright, so the wider part should be at the top. So we're going down ½ centimetre. So this will be 13.4. 13.4 by 9. And that's going to go on here. So we can stick that on. And then we can put our ribbon on. You see, when I saw these papers, I thought Calypso coral and balmy blue doesn't go at all. But it's funny because I think it's how you put it with. Now, I would say that goes really well, but I wouldn't have chosen that myself. But I think, oh, just flicked the camera. So I hope I'll just put it back in position. Right, so then you've got a piece of this gorgeous ribbon that you're going to tie around, make a bow. I think this is what links it all together, things like this, the ribbon, and then you'll have the flowers that have got the Calypso coral in. So this is what links it all together, but I would still never have chosen these colours myself. But the artists who sort it all out and stamping up, they have an eye for these things, and it's really quite amazing. So then I need to put my little sentiment on, which I'm going to do, I think, in Calypso Coral this time. Now I'm just going to do this for speed, but I would have put a happy birthday on here. But if I did a happy birthday, I would need to use my spare bit of basic white cardstock that I gave you. And then if you can see here, I used it here, but I stuck it on. So I separated it, cut it and separated and put it on this way, only because it doesn't fit on otherwise. So, but for speed, and so you get an idea, I've done it this way for you. So you then put that on to your balmy blue sentiment piece, and then again what I've done here is I've got a little bit of this these gorgeous flowers. I'll use this one, it's better. So again, put that on, bit of glue, and I'm only putting it on these two flowers, so creates a bit of movement on here. You don't have it completely flat against the page. A bit of glue there. So then these are raised up on dimensionals. And just going to pop this up a little bit, just like it there, I think. And then you've got the lovely little gems to finish it all off. I'm going to use these two larger ones. And then put that on the front of my card. Oh, running out of glue. And there we go. So again, my Whisper White inside would be 10 by 14.4. And that is the last bit that I would do inside this card. But again, I would cut out some flowers, and then when I know what I am going to be using it for, whether it's a birthday or whatever it was, I'd put the sentiment in there as well. So there we go. We are done. So that is your two cards, and I'm sure you agree they are just gorgeous, stunning papers. I just love them. So let me just see if you can get a good shot of that. So thank you very much for joining me, and if you're interested in classes similar to this, please contact me. But until next time, have a great week, and happy stamping, crafters. you like this video, please click the like button below and please subscribe and select the bell icon to all to receive notifications of when I upload. Thank you.